Command Sergeant Major Richard C. Lamb, United States Army retired, distinguished himself through a lifetime of service in the Special Operations community. His career spans 8 major operations on 5 continents, from Operation Eagle Claw and the creation of United States Special Operations Command through the global war on terror. He served in 2 Ranger battalions, 4 Special Forces groups, and on numerous staffs. Wounded in combat and twice decorated for valor and gallantry in action, his contributions are unparalleled. In Korea, he received the Silver Star and Combat Infantryman's Badge for leading a quick reaction force into the demilitarized zone to expel a North Korean incursion. In Panama, he led a Ranger company as a non-commissioned officer, a feat not seen since the Vietnam era, on an operation that captured 188 prisoners and led to the surrender of an entire military zone. In Somalia, he was part of the brutal 12-hour street fight that became known as the Battle of Mogadishu, suffering life-threatening wounds. He returned to a leadership role during the invasion of Haiti and the stand-up of the African Crisis Response Initiative. After serving in the United States European Command's and Extremist Force, Sergeant Major Lamb culminated his military career as a Command Sergeant Major in the 5th Special Forces Group. Command Sergeant Major Lamb's unwavering loyalty, devotion to duty, and lifetime of dedication reflect great credit upon himself, Special Operations Forces, and the United States Special Operations Command. Today's 5th inductee is Lieutenant Colonel Terrence L. Moore. Lieutenant Colonel Moore, if you could please come forward and join the commander. Lieutenant Colonel Terrence L. Moore, United States Marine Corps retired, first distinguished himself as a young enlisted reconnaissance Marine. Then Sergeant Moore participated in innumerable reconnaissance patrols and direct action raids against Viet Cong and North Vietnamese forces from 1961 to 1963. He was instrumental in testing static line and military freefall parachute techniques and in pioneering techniques and procedures for deployment and recovery of combat swimmers and the launch and recovery of small boats. As a United States Navy Advisory Detachment Team member in Vietnam from 1966 to 1967, Sergeant Moore trained Vietnamese unconventional warfare teams and participated in several classified missions deep into enemy areas, including 1 parachute insertion. Due to his outstanding combat leadership, Gunnery Sergeant Moore earned a battlefield commission to 2nd Lieutenant. During his development of a training program for reconnaissance Marine candidates, he also led a special operations team for the 1st Reconnaissance Battalion in the Republic of Vietnam in 1970. An indomitable fighting Marine, Colonel Moore's deft skills and superb leadership are the epitome of what all Special Operations Forces warriors strive to be. Lieutenant Colonel Moore's unwavering loyalty, devotion to duty, and lifetime of dedication reflect great credit upon himself, Special Operations Forces, and the United States Special Operations Command. Today's 6th inductee is Colonel John W. Ripley. Accepting on behalf of Colonel Ripley is his son, Tom Ripley. Colonel John W. Ripley, United States Marine Corps retired, distinguished himself after joining Force Recon. During this period, he completed the United States Navy Scuba School and later was one of 3 honor graduates in his United States Army Ranger School class. He deployed in 1965 to the Dominican Republic and a year later to Vietnam, where he commanded with distinction a rifle company in combat, with his unit earning the moniker Ripley's Raiders. He went on to train with Great Britain's Royal Marine Commandos, graduating from the Royal Commando School, then went on to command Y Company of the 45th Royal Marine Commandos, served with 3rd Commando Brigade Special Boat Service, Gurkha Rifles, and in combat with the 40th Commando. He returned to Vietnam as an advisor to the South Vietnamese Marine Battalion. During the North Vietnamese Army's Easter Offensive of 1972, Colonel Ripley demonstrated exceptional bravery and physical hardiness when he emplaced and wired explosives to destroy the strategic bridge of Dong Ha to halt a large NVA armored penetration of South Vietnam. Several times, with heavy loads of explosives and detonation cord hanging from his body, he hand-walked under the bridge by clinging to its I-beams, dangling some 30 feet above water under constant enemy fire. This action halted a large NVA armored penetration of South Vietnam. Awarded the Navy Cross for his actions, Colonel Ripley's successful destruction of the Dong Ha Bridge delayed the downfall of South Vietnam for 3 years. Colonel Ripley's unwavering loyalty, devotion to duty, and lifetime of dedication reflect great credit upon himself, Special Operations Forces, and the United States Special Operations Command. Today's 7th inductee is Colonel Philip R. Stewart. Colonel Philip R. Stewart, United States Army retired, distinguished himself during a 42-year career as both a commissioned intelligence officer and as a dedicated Special Operations Forces civil servant, culminating as Assistant Director for Intelligence, Naval Special Warfare Development Group. During multiple tours of duty, attached and in command of sensitive national mission forces, Colonel Stewart influenced, planned, and executed multiple successful intelligence operations against some of the nation's most dangerous threats in dynamic operating environments. Colonel Stewart's commitment to the development of personnel and organizations, as well as new intelligence tactics, techniques, and procedures, had a direct and measurable impact on the agility, flexibility, and lethality of Special Operations Forces on the battlefield over a decade of sustained combat. Colonel Stewart's unwavering loyalty, devotion to duty, and lifetime of dedication reflect great credit upon himself, Special Operations Forces, and the United States Special Operations Command. Today's 8th inductee is Colonel Lynn B. Stull. Accepting on behalf of Colonel Stull is his wife, Carol. Colonel Lynn B. Stull, United States Army retired, distinguished himself through a lifetime of service to the United States and Special Operations Forces in myriad assignments beginning in 1968, culminating as the Defense Threat Reduction Agency Liaison Officer to Headquarters United States Special Operations Command. Colonel Stull's dedication and support to the Special Operations community spans more than 40 years, from advising foreign forces in combat operations to serving as a foreign area officer and defense attaché through his tenure as a defense contractor and liaison officer. His personal efforts, drive, and determination forged long-standing Special Operations Forces and countering weapons of mass destruction community relationships, which today continue to support the Special Operations Forces community with technical expertise and specialized training programs. Colonel Stull's unwavering loyalty, devotion to duty, and lifetime of dedication reflect great credit upon himself, Special Operations Forces, and the United States Special Operations Command. Today's ninth inductee is Chief Warrant Officer for Paul A. Zeissman. Chief Warrant Officer 4 Paul A. Zeissman, United States Army retired, distinguished himself during a lifetime of service to the United States and Special Operations Forces in myriad assignments, culminating as a Department of Defense civilian, serving as the Deputy Director Command, Control, Communications, Computers, and Intelligence Systems, Joint Special Operations Command, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Chief Zeissman's support to Special Operations Forces spans more than 45 years. He has planned and executed communications and combat operations and was a pioneer in developing special mission unit communications operations and capabilities. He modified and developed innovative communications capabilities for combat operations, operations other than war, and classified assignments around the world, including the first secure man-packed satellite radio and what is now called Blue Force tracking. He served with distinction in the 7th Special Forces Group, 1st Special Forces Operational Detachment Delta, and the Joint Special Operations Command. Chief Zeissman's unwavering loyalty, devotion to duty, and lifetime of dedication reflect great credit upon himself, Special Operations Forces, and the United States Special Operations Command. I would like to ask all inductees or their family members to please come forward and join the Commander and Senior Enlisted Advisor. And ladies and gentlemen, please join me in offering a round of applause to these inductees. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander will now unveil the Commando Hall of Honor plaque. The names of this year's inductees have been added. The plaque will be placed on the wall in the Commando Hall of Honor in the headquarters lobby. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's Commando Hall of Honor induction ceremony. We ask that you remain in the War Games Center as we invite the honorees and immediate family members to depart for the headquarters front lobby. And shortly thereafter, we will invite everyone to join them in the lobby for a brief reception. Thank you.